Monday.
Whatever day.
Whatever day.
We're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here.
Hey, we're glad you're here. 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 We're glad.
And we're live. We're live.
Hey, hey, we're live. Hey, we're live. Hey, hey, we're live. Text somebody and press the share. Hey, we're live. Text somebody and press the share. Hey, we're live. Text somebody and press the share. Hey, hey,
We're live. We're live. We're live. Hey, hey, we're live. Jazz fingers.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to God's Got Jokes
TV.
TV. We are The Gates, and you are watching God's Got Jokes TV with us. If you would, please do us a big favor. Press that subscribe button. Press the share. Tag somebody. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If you're on Facebook, just let somebody know. Give us a thumbs up. Give us some hearts. If you're on YouTube, give us some thumbs ups. All that good stuff. Rate, comment, subscribe, all of that. Let us know that you love us. Show the love. If you're please following us on Instagram, make sure you do so. If you are not, we're over at God's Got Jokes TV, and you can follow us individually. I'm at Portionality.
And I'm at Jamal Rich Comedy.
Yes, and today we've got another great show for y'all today. Jamal, what are we going to start off with first?
Oh, first of all, thank you guys for joining us. But today, first we want to talk about our Thanksgiving. That happened this week.
Yes.
It was the day of thanks and giving the thanks of the things.
The thanks of the things I was giving for your thanks, and you were thanks for my giving.
Amen.
Something along those lines. And so here's the thing, right?
What's the thing? Tell me, baby.
Here's the thing. I thought about it as Thanksgiving was actually in progress. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is a day really built on empire and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Built on empire. And I'm just like, this day, just as I get older, just some things just don't feel as right. And not to say that we don't do Thanksgiving, not to say that we don't give thanks, what's that song? Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. That gospel song. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. But, in terms of the Thanksgiving itself, we want to be intentional about creating our own traditions and creating our own festivity. Mm-hmm. And so this year, it didn't look like any other year that we have ever had. It was our first year married, and it was our first year doing some other things. You want to talk about our Thanksgiving?
Yeah, our Thanksgiving was just full of, like she said, very non-traditional things, but we're a non-traditional family, a non-traditional couple, Mm-hmm. So first off, a lot of the traditional Thanksgiving fixings and dishes didn't necessarily happen in our household because we decided we're going to stay in our lane and we're not going to try this year to be the ones to cook a dish and mess it up. And it's our first Thanksgiving married. That's not the way you set off a marriage in Thanksgiving. Portia put out a really good Instagram message to tell everybody, stay in your lane. If you don't cook the turkey, don't cook the turkey. And, she practices what she preaches. So
I tried to.
We did not cook a turkey this year because neither one of us felt confident enough to prepare a turkey without our elders present. So
I don't even like turkey like that. Here's the thing, right? I like a slice of turkey, but I don't like turkey enough to be cooking the whole turkey because I don't want to eat turkey for 7 straight days. I'm just be honest. I don't like turkey that much. And nobody like no dry turkey. Mm-mm. And here's the thing, right? Everybody has their own ministry for Thanksgiving. I know what my ministry is. I'm really good at salmon and chicken and beef. Turkey is not my ministry, and I know that, right? I just don't like a whole lot of that Thanksgiving food. I don't like cranberry sauce. I don't like mac and cheese. Right, I don't like mac and cheese. I don't like stuffing. I don't like dressing. I don't like half that stuff that people like at Thanksgiving. So we did do a collard green, turnip mustard green mix.
Amen.
We did have cornbread. We did have Brussels sprouts. We did have chicken and salmon, and we had sweet potato pie. We had a good meal.
Yeah.
We had a really good meal. Did I leave anything out?
No.
Oh, we had mashed sweet potatoes too. So we had sweet potato pie and mashed sweet potatoes.
You mentioned sweet potatoes?
No, I didn't. I said sweet potato pie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mashed sweet potatoes.
Oh, and the Brussels sprouts that she made were these bomb honey glazed Brussels sprouts.
Yes, they are honey
Can't forget the honey glaze because that's the key to the dish.
I make a sauce. I make glaze. Too much sauce, saucy, saucy, glazy, you know what I'm saying? real glazy up in here. And yeah, so that's what I did. Jamal cleaned dishes. Hallelujah.
Amen. That's my ministry.
Listen, somebody gotta do it. Okay. And we actually were the hosts of our very first Zoom Thanksgiving. We invited our family and we invited our family. Yeah, pretty much. It was just family. And we were very grateful. We invited both sides of our family. So we talked to your family early in the day, and we talked to my family later in the evening. Obviously, they're both our family because we're married. But that's what we did. It was great. So we had a chance to talk to everybody that we were able to talk to. It was really fun. Just seeing each other on Zoom and not having to kick nobody out, not having to clean up behind nobody.
Nope.
I cooked everything on Wednesday with the exception of the cornbread and the salmon. I cooked everything else on Wednesday. So everything was already packaged in their containers. So at the end of the night, after we done served our food, we just put the lids on everything, put it back in the fridge and cleaned up the dishes. Like, it was so easy. Like, it really wasn't complicated.
And the cool thing about a Zoom Thanksgiving dinner, because Black people, we don't just eat anybody's food. So look, you eat your own food. So
you had to worry about who made this.
Ain't nobody show up in the Zoom and talking about like, who made it.
I made it.
You made it.
Yeah. Like, we didn't have to worry about who cooked what. We didn't have to worry about. I was grateful. I had to ask, is there pork in this? Is there pork in this? Is there, what's in this? Is this made with dairy? Is this vegan? Is this gluten free? Like, I didn't have to ask none of them questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could just eat.
And that's it.
And that's it. And I knew it was going to be good because it's my cooking, right? And everything was just delicious. And I had a really great time. And everybody went around talking about what they were grateful for and what they're thankful for. And yeah, it was moving. It was very lovely.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
It was lovely.
It was lovely.
And it was dope. And now that we're past Thanksgiving, we're moving into the last chapter of the year, which brings us to one of your favorite seasons, not winter, but Advent.
Yes, Advent. Advent. I got my Advent purple on right now. So Advent, the liturgical season of Advent, is actually the kickoff to the liturgical calendar. So if you know anything about the Christian liturgical calendar, it kicks off and it goes from Advent all the way through Christ the King Sunday, or Jesus is King Sunday, Reign of Christ Sunday, however, whatever tradition you're in, it varies. But last Sunday was the Reign of Christ Sunday. And this Sunday is the first Sunday in Advent. And so depending on your tradition, some of the Advent principles, themes, they switch around. So they're the themes of hope, love, joy, and peace. Usually we end on peace, which is the Sunday before Christmas. And usually we begin with hope and sometimes joy and love. Sometimes people switch them around. It just depends on, your traditional denomination. Excuse me. And so for me, we start with hope. And so this is a year we are going to celebrate Advent. Get your Advent wreaths. Get your wreaths, get your candles. And every Sunday, light your candle in honor of Advent. And every week, we are anticipating the darkness. We're anticipating it getting darker and darker as we are anticipating the light coming into the world. We believe, Jesus, the light, beautiful light, come where the dewdrops of mercy shine bright, shine all around us by day and by night. Jesus, the light of the world. Hey, so Jesus, the light of the world. So we're anticipating the lights of the world coming into existence to join with us in humanity. Emmanuel, God with us, right? Jesus. So we're anticipating that. And so Advent is that celebration. It's that season of anticipation and celebration of expecting. It's an expecting season. I love Advent because it reminds me that I should be expecting God to be doing something in this season. It's a season that, really brings about hope. So today, it's the first Sunday of Advent, hope. What are we hoping for? We know hope to me. So people talk about faith, but you can't have faith without hope. Okay. Faith is rooted in hope. In order to have faith, you must have hope. What are we hoping for, y'all? What is it that we are hoping for in the new year? What is it that we're hoping for our country, for our world, and our individual lives? What are we expecting God to do? And so for me, just the hope, right? Just to know that God is able, to know that God can, to know that God will. And this notion of Advent is twofold, okay? It's the celebration of Christ coming into the world, Jesus coming into the world the first time, right? The birth of Jesus.
Right.
And the story in Luke, the story in Matthew, it's not really there in Mark. This is actually a Mark year. If you follow the Bible, you will know that there are the 4 synoptic gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, right? And every year in the tri-fold liturgical calendar, it highlights one of the gospels, one of the synoptic gospels, if you would. And so this year is a Mark year, and Mark doesn't really get into the birth of Jesus when Mark first starts writing the gospel. Mark gets straight to the point of adult Jesus, okay? And so for Mark is really talking about Jesus, in the world, and Jesus, pointing to Jesus as, the Messiah, and Jesus really being about this business, of being one who cast out demons and who did these miracles and was really serious about the work of empire. And so, not the work of empire, but defeating the work of empire. And so Jesus, in Mark, we see Jesus talking about stay awake, or as I say, stay woke, right? And Jesus is like, stay awake. You never know when the time is coming that the kingdom of heaven is coming. Amen. The kingdom is coming. The kingdom is coming. And so Mark is really drawing these parallels to show us that Jesus is very serious about us getting right. And so Advent for Mark is not just about Jesus coming into the world the first time, but it's about understanding that Jesus Christ is coming back a second time. Jesus the Christ coming back the second time.
Okay.
So this is Advent of expectancy, the second Advent. So right now we are hanging in the balance between the first Advent, Jesus coming into the world the first time, and the second Advent, Jesus coming into the world again. But I believe, my theory is that Jesus shows up in the world by our works, us taking our responsibility for our assignment in life. We bring Christ, right? There's Christ and then there's Jesus. Amen. We bring Christ into the world when we decide to show up with our full self. So the second Advent is really on us. We are the ones who bring Christ, who bring Jesus into the world again, and showing up in the fullness of ourselves. So that's what I have to say about Advent for today. And so my question to everyone is, what are you hoping for? What are you praying for? What are you believing? What are you expecting in this time? And that, beloved, is Advent hope.
Amen. All right. Good job, baby.
Thank you.
I thought you was about to go full-fledged preaching just now. You was on the edge. I saw you.
Hey, no, not quite, but it's all good though.
You had me shouting back like I was in church.
Hey, what you got to say?
Yeah, she said everything about Advent. What are you hoping for? Write it in the comments. Think about it. Dwell on it. But I'm gonna move on to one of our favorite segments on the show called
What We're Watching.
Yep. And what we watched this week, we stumbled upon some hidden gems on Netflix this week.
Yeah, by accident.
By accident.
On by accident.
One of the first gems we stumbled upon this week. It's a fun show. It's like a docu-mini-series, you would call it. Mm-hmm. Called Voices of Fire, featuring Pharrell Williams. Well, featuring Pharrell's uncle.
Yeah, Pharrell was there for 2 episodes.
Right. Pharrell executive produced the show. I'll say that. And the show features Pharrell's uncle, who's a bishop down in the Hampton Roads area in Virginia. And they're putting together this super diverse choir. They want the best voices, the most diversity they can find within the Hampton Roads, Norfolk, Virginia area. And the show features the audition process and the elimination process, and then the rehearsal process.
Elimination. You've been eliminated. I'm just kidding.
Annihilated.
I'm just kidding.
No, but that's funny. Okay. Sorry, I gotta collect myself. But yeah, the show is actually really fun to watch. It's some good wholesome entertainment, some nice viewing. They really highlight. I really love that the show doesn't fixate itself upon Pharrell or the panel of judges. It's really highlighting the regular everyday people who are auditioning and have made it into this choir. and their stories and their testimonies, and their redemption, how auditioning for this big choir is actually a redemption process for all of them. There's this one gentleman who, he was in this really bad accident and almost died. And he said he lost his confidence. And this is the first time he's really stepping out into any type of spotlight in years. And one lady was conquering social anxiety, and somebody lost their arm, and they're out there. This one girl has only 50% of her hearing, but she sounds amazing, and she is singing, holding her own in this gospel choir. So check that out. It's a really fun show. You want to say anything about the show?
Yeah, Voices of Fire. Shout out to, my cousin Pharrell Williams. I'm sure we're related some kind of way. He's from Virginia. My people from Virginia. I'm just waiting to figure out the connection. You know what I'm saying? So, Williams, we'll figure it out. So yeah, it's a great show. Check it out on Netflix. But that's not all that's on Netflix. Okay, I have to say, one of my favorite people in the entire world. She doesn't know it. I know it. I've seen her a few times in person at a distance. One day I hope to get, close enough within, respectful, distance.
Manifested, baby.
Yes, I'm trying to. I would love to meet the one and only Miss Debbie Allen.
Hey.
Debbie Allen. It's called Dance Dreams or Dream Dance I think it's called Dance Dreams, but it's about the hot chocolate nutcracker. So Debbie Allen's Hot Chocolate Nutcracker is a dance number. It was more than a number. It's an entire dance recital, like it's a production of Debbie Allen's take on the Nutcracker. So she said there's many chocolate nutcrackers out there which have black casts, but she is the first to do the hot chocolate nutcracker.
It's hot.
So it's the Nutcracker, but very modern and hip hop, and it's not all just strictly ballet. It's all kinds of dancing and different dance techniques and different dance styles. And the youth that are in the production are literally like from 5 years old. She has a couple 4-year-olds all the way up to like 18. And it's wonderful. And these children have been involved for years. And it's such a wonderful academy. She has the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, DADA, out in Los Angeles. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful production. I actually saw it back in 2016 when I went to go see one of my good girlfriends in LA. She actually lives in DC now, but one of my great girlfriends, Latoya. Hey, Toya girl. I went to see her and Brittany out in LA. This was a couple years back, and we went to go see the production, and it was quite wonderful. It was quite amazing. I had an amazing time. It was well done. And so this documentary specifically is highlighting Debbie Allen's career and this production. And it's produced by Shondaland, which we all know is Shonda Rhimes.
Amen.
So it is wonderful. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great. Grab the family, grab the kids, grab everybody around, and something for everyone to enjoy. And so that is on Netflix, and it's called The Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. Yep. Did you enjoy it?
I very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed learning about DADA. Cause I didn't hear too much about it before the documentary. I'll admit that. Learning a little bit more about Debbie Allen's backstory and how she came up, and the things that she had to overcome to get where she got in life, and then how that's impacting her students and how she's raising up her students, and how I love how she interacts with the kids, and how even if they don't make the production, she still encourages them and just says, look, you just got to practice more. You didn't fail. You just got to practice more, because I want you to be your best so that you want yourself to be your best. And that's a good way to look at failure. And that's a huge takeaway for me as someone in entertainment. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. And between Voices of Fire and Hot Chocolate Nutcracker, one thing that I think that we can all take away is, one, it's never too late to pursue your dreams.
Nope, never.
It's never too late, because in Voices of Fire, we see people who thought their time had passed in music and time had passed in singing, but they're getting a resurrection of their gift, and they're getting a resurrection of an opportunity to sing. What we see in Debbie Allen's story is that she's had doors closed on her, and even her daughter had a door closed on her, but Debbie Allen started her dance academy out of the fact that someone told her daughter, you shouldn't dance. And so Debbie Allen's like, I will go fix that. Watch me fix this. And she started her dance academy out of a need for her daughter. And so she was reinventing not only herself, but she was reinventing what it means to be a dancer. And so it's never too late to pursue something. It's never too late to try something new. It's never too late to expand the trajectory of what you're already on. Like, there's more to be done. Like, you don't just have to be a dancer. You can start a dance school. You could be a dance teacher. You don't just have to be a singer in a choir. You can lead the choir. You can write music. You can there's so many other options that we can do with the gifts that we have, right? We are all equipped with so many gifts. And our gifts don't stop just because a season has ended or an opportunity has passed. That doesn't mean that more opportunities and more doors won't open. And so what I've learned from watching Voices of Fire, and what I've learned from watching Debbie Allen, is the Hot Chocolate Nutcracker, and watching these young people succeed and push themselves, is that there is more to life than just one opportunity, and that we have the gift and the power to keep pursuing those things. And we absolutely should. We should pursue the things that set our soul on fire. We should pursue the things that bring us joy and make us happy. And so that's exciting. Yeah.
And on that note, we just take that home, take it to the bank with you, dwell on it, use it for Advent. That's what we're hoping for, that we all find our open doors that are opening up for us. And that's a good place to end right there. So, like we said, follow us on YouTube at God's Got Jokes TV, and follow us on Instagram at God's Got Jokes TV, and follow us individually. I'm at Jamal Rich Comedy.
And I'm at Portionality. Thanks so much for joining us for another episode. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.